Well, already this spring has felt a lot more like summer, and that heat can be just as dangerous for pets as it can be for their owners. Dr. Butch Schroyer with the Animal Care Clinic is here with a few reminders for pet owners. Thanks very much for coming in.
Oh, glad to, Barb.
When we're miserable, the dogs have to be too, but it can be much more than that, dangerous.
Well, and we know when we get too hot, we'll go find a spot for shade, and we can open a gate or open a door or get out of a car. Particularly at this time, I really want to talk about this risk we have with cars. My wife was at one of the parking lots the other day, and somebody pulled up, had the dog in the car, got in, cracked the window about an inch on each side, 2 windows, and there's a study at University of Georgia that shows about the temperature inside of a car can raise 3.5 to 7 degrees every 5 minutes.
Well, and just that little crack is probably not enough.
Won't ventilate. It just is not enough to do. You really need to get all your windows down so air can blow through. You need to find a shady spot to park, not out in the middle of the parking lot. The sun's beating down on you. The sad part about it is people sometimes do that with their children. They say we're going in for just a short hop and leave a child in the car. There's about 40 children deaths a year in the United States due to heat stroke being left in a car that's closed up. Unfortunately, more dogs than that.
Okay, you have a harness here.
Yes.
Is this going to help us if we are?
Yeah, I brought the harness.
Situation?
Yes, brought the harness just to remind folks that if you're going to put the windows down, you can't just leave the dog loose in the car bouncing out. Otherwise, you come out and the dog's gone. They got tired of waiting on you, and out the window they went. So harnesses give you a secure way to hook your dog into your seat belt. There's little attachments that go to the harness. You don't want to hook to their collar because if you're driving around, they could whiplash if you had to stop quickly. So the harness is your safety belt for us. It also makes it safer for you to drive even if you're not going to have the windows down. It keeps the dog secure in the seat and not in your lap.
Well, that's a good idea. A lot of people like to get out walking or running with their dogs. When it's this hot, is it better just to totally avoid that, or should you take a bottle of water, or what should you do?
Take water with you. Don't run in the middle of the day. You see people running on their lunch break and it's 95 degrees out there and they're just courting disaster. Don't take your dog out at that time either. There's problems. You really ought to get them out when the temperature is below 75, which means you're going to be out in the very early dawn or very late at night. Last night it was about 85 degrees at 11 o'clock, so even late last night was not a good time to go walking with your dog. You wouldn't have had the sun, but you sure had the heat.
You still want to be able to exercise those animals, but just use your brain and do it at the right times, right?
And if you have boxers and short-nosed dogs, don't take them out at all. They can't breathe. Remember, dogs transpire, they don't expire.
All right, very good reminders. And of course, folks can always get more information. The Animal Care Clinic.
Right.
Butch,
AnimalCareClinic.net will do it.
always glad to have you in here.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.